Good evening, good evening. Welcome everyone to New Earth Radio. This is Pierre Garro, Peruvian sound healer and shaman, and I'm here with my wonderful and amazing friend Vilma Pinedo. I'm so excited. Vilma is the daughter of my mentor Don Martin. Don Martin and I have a long journey together since the year, when was it, 1996 that I met Don Martin. 96, exactly, it was 1996. And Vilma was, I think, 14 years old. Vilma, is that right? Probably, huh? Something like that. I remember you guys being really young, and I went there for the first time. So this is Vilma. Say hello to the audience, Vilma.
Hello, it's my friend Pierre, a beautiful community, family of this global world. My big greetings, sending my best vibes, my best, support from the Andes, from Cusco. And here in the Andes of Cusco area, we are considered like the belly button of the world. So being connected, and thank you for allowing me being part of your guest.
Yes. Thank you, Vilma, for joining us. I know we have had internet connection problems, and when it rains in Peru, it's kind of difficult to get online. So finally, we're here, and it's really exciting. It's been almost like more than a year and a half since I've been in Peru. My last time was in November 2019, before this whole COVID thing hit. So how are things in Cusco for you guys? What's happening with this pandemic, COVID in Huasao, in Cusco?
And first of all, my Turay, my brother here of this part of the Pachamama and the mountains in the Andean tradition. And the COVID, I think we assume that the 19, last year, what happened is with the COVID, most of the people, they get shocked, they get affected, because uh, what was affecting more to them was the fear, and
Yeah.
then
Mm-hmm.
that's what happened last year, because I have experienced myself with my family, the people that we used to always be in touch all the time, seeing them, what was with the problem. Even now in this year, this pandemic is still hitting the people, but as we say here in the Andes, with up and downs, but still here we are standing, holding this space of
Mm-hmm.
sacredness, holding this space of the big hopeness that for some reason, whatever is going on in the world, um, it brings a lot of messages, brings a lot of guidance even for the people. And some of them, they bring us to be more united, more connected with our families. Or some of them, they just spread because maybe they didn't interact well in the relationship. But
Mm-hmm.
yes, here in the Andes, we are doing, I don't want to say bad, but we are doing well. Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
thank you, with the blessing of the Mother Earth.
Yes. And right now, I think that all the touristic activities are back on board. People are going to Machu Picchu, or still Machu Picchu is closed, or things like that are happening.
No, here is the tourism is coming back. No, not in the same way how it was before the
Okay.
past years, but it's coming gradually. But sometimes that makes me a little sad, is because, for example, I have some friends who are coming in September,
Mm-hmm.
because they have planned like 4 months ago. And then they just message me and they say, Vilma, what's going on? We just got like a news awareness that don't go to Peru. I don't know what, maybe it's more political, something is going on in between. But for
Mhm.
us, visiting Peru, you are not visiting the big cities. Visiting
Right.
Peru is visiting Cusco, and you know Cusco area. You know then, I mean Cusco and all Lima area with all our nature, everything is open,
Hmm.
and it's never been crowded. It's only in the
Yeah.
cities that
Yeah.
can be crowded, but visiting the nature, visiting the one of the wonder of the seven wonders of the world, Machu Picchu is open, just with a few restrictions.
Hmm.
Yes,
Hmm.
of course, because of the protocols, just to respect. Some people we are sensitive. Some people maybe our immune system is a little, high. But yeah, yeah,
So it's
taking
opening.
measures.
So the tourism is open, but not as before with restrictions. That's
No,
that's
yes.
that's really good to know. So the show is called New Earth Radio, and basically, we are looking into the creation of the new Earth, or the creation of this new paradigm that is happening right now, as everything is crumbling. And in the Incas, we have several prophecies. And I was wondering if you can tell us a little bit about the Inca prophecy of the eagle and the condor, or the condor and the eagle.
Yes, my Turai peer, this comes from many years from our ancestors that always they have also predict many things what was going on, and also what's going on in the world about the pandemic, about what the people are doing against the people. It's nothing natural. Uh,
Hmm. Hmm.
Sometimes if something happens naturally, it's because when Pachamama, I mean, for us here in the Andes, we visit the Mother Earth, sometimes feels sick because of the bad behavior of her children.
Hmm. Hmm.
And here in the Andes, according to the prophecies, we says it's time to get to create this beautiful rainbow bridge. As in the Andes, we have this is a symbolism of our connection
Hmm.
with the ancient tribes, with the ancient cultures. Of course, the direction in different cultures, and also calling back to them. Um, our elders always used to say that when the condor and eagle they fly together and they work, as a team, they work as a partner,
Hmm.
supporting each other, and where everything is equal. There is no, it's less racism, and less conflict,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
less discrimination. Still in the world there is a lot of things going on,
Right.
but calling the soul and the spirit of our elders just to bring peace, and calling and keep working with this energy um, of our sacred animals, of with our sacred allies, um, in order that keep holding this peace and keep spreading, this new transformation for the humanity.
Hmm. Hmm. Now,
Yeah.
there's another prophecy about Pachacutec, the Pachacuti, that we are in the times of Pachacutec. And you want to explain what that means. First, what is the name Pachacutec? So people in the audience know what Pachacute means.
Pachacuti for us, is the transformation into a new era.
Hmm.
Pachacuti is the one that, according many things going on in our life, is just to bring, like a new beginning, like a
Hmm.
new rebirth in the life, no? So with that, I don't mean that the people they have to rebirth again physically, no, energetically, spiritually. It's a
Hmm.
time of awakening. It's a time we call el despertar, ¿no? El despertar de la conciencia humana, so the
Hmm.
awakening of the human
Consciousness. Conscious.
consciousness,
Right.
and also uh, um, calling back, is the childhoodness and awakening the inner child of each person that we born, that we born with us with that innocence, and then how humble and how gentle is the Mother Earth, and how to deal with it, how to live with that in order to create this peace and
Mm-hmm.
this harmonious way of living. So
Mm-hmm.
that's for us Pachacuti. No? Pachacuti is a transformation into a new era. It's a transformation into a new beginning of life, and also it's time to whatever happened in the past, you know, to release with love, with forgiveness, with
Mm-hmm.
understanding, and also and to develop in the best way of a new transformation.
Right. You guys are in Huasao, no? That's the town, the village that you guys are part of. Is Huasao part of the Quero nation, or is there any relationship with the Queros, or there's no relationship with them?
Here, just first of all, to best understanding, my brother Pierre, Peru is we are a pluricultural
Mm-hmm.
country,
Yeah.
and there is a lot of tradition, as there is a lot of customs, um, and also Peru is big for us, and also is divided in different regions, and also
Mm-hmm.
is divided in different layers that we may say: the jungle, the
Mm-hmm.
coast, the northern coast, the beach area, the sea area, and also the mountain and the high mountains. And we call la costa, sierra, selva, chala, no?
Mm-hmm.
And in between. So each regions they have their own traditions, their own way of living,
Mm-hmm.
and also the same. And also, and Peru has 24 departments, you know,
The
and the
provinces.
24 states. And one
Mm-hmm.
of the states is Cusco.
Cusco.
And Cusco itself has 13 provincias, no, 13 provinces. Or
Mm-hmm.
we call here in the south area of Peru, we call this 13 nations. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the nations where I'm living is Quispicanchis, no? And this is one of the provinces. It's huge, and we have like more than 130 districts, and and then each districts they have their own community, and each
Mm-hmm.
community they have different annexes. And here in Cusco itself, living here in the south area of Cusco, and Paucartambo is one of the provinces,
Yeah.
yeah, of the 13 nations, and also Quispicanchis is a different provinces. But what related us together, living in as a family, as a communion in the right relationship with the Andean tradition is lo más característico. So the more light, if I would like to
Yeah.
highlight the market
Exactly.
in
Yeah.
this is um, that our mother language is Quechua.
Yeah.
So most in the 13 provinces we speak Quechua. So and we are, I feel uh, uh, I feel connected with my ancestors
Mm-hmm.
here in my area who were Inca, and also my grandparents who were also pre-Inca. So in the valley where I live,
Mm-hmm.
Huasao, also we are very close connected with this culture of lucre. So lucre
Okay.
is, yeah, lucre and Watarpay, the famous lake, is the pre-Inca. And
Mm-hmm.
also there's a Piquillacta, you've been there, it's also is
Mm-hmm.
pre-Inca,
Yeah.
and and also we are all all this south area that goes belongs until Titicaca. So we are part of the mountain range that connect us more to the south. Yeah, and Paucartambo, or this community of Quero, is more to the west. No, it's more
Yeah.
to the, how can I say, more to the northwest,
Mm-hmm.
northwest region. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's,
Okay.
yeah.
I wanted to ask you, Vilma, about the significance of Coyoriti, which is an amazing pilgrimage. Every year, 140,000 people walk the trail of Coyoriti to get to this amazing rock that is now part of a church, right? This rock used to be the rock of initiation where the Pacos, the shamans, will bring their disciples or students and they will receive an initiation, which is called a karpai, right? If you can talk a little bit about Coyoriti and the significance of the water, the glacier water that is collected by the birds, the ukukus. If you can tell us a little bit about that magnificent, uh, ceremony and pilgrimage in the Andes, which I think is one of the most amazing ceremonies and pilgrimage in the entire Peru myself.
Yes, yes. Here in the Andes, there is one Apu Coyoriti, or the mountain of Sinacara.
Mm-hmm.
That's the holiest mountain that is still preserved his own tradition, and also is located in the mountain range of Apu Ausangate,
Mm-hmm.
and or we call a Cordillera de la Ausangate. That mountain gathers. That mountain is the symbolism of, for us, for the Quechua people, and is the one who unites, who connects all the 13 nations of the
Mm-hmm.
people
Mm-hmm.
from different regions. So for us, that mountain Coyoriti represents the goddess of the goddess, the creation, the
Mm-hmm.
life, and
Mm-hmm.
also it's like a portal for us to be connected with the highest um, divine of the Mother Earth, and the water. The water for us represent a life, as you say, whoever wants to be initiated in this path of the mysticism, and to be connected, and to be part, and to understand what it means, the Mother Earth, to understand the symbolism and the meaning of living with the alive energies that here in the Andes
Mm-hmm.
um, we highly respect. And the water is holy for us, and every ukukus or human bear are the one, are their, consider their guardians, and also their messengers. They bring every before every 10 days or 12 days before winter solstice, there is a big meeting, and also always is connected or related with the full moon, which is gonna be in the next couple of weeks.
This couple of weeks.
And yes, and the snow, this little piece of snow represent for us that every people they take to their community is to bring life, is to bring blessing, and the water means life, connection,
Mm-hmm.
uh, how you call, uh, new blossoming in life.
Okay.
Mm. So
And
also
the connection
represent that.
between the ice that they collect in the Pleiadian stars. I think that the Pleiadian stars come in the horizon. You can see them during that time, and I think they're not visible prior to that. And suddenly, during that time, the Pleiadian stars appear. What is a relationship with the Pleiadian stars or the Pleiadians in general with our civilization, right? And with this water that will be used for blessing, any
Mhm.
insight
For,
regarding that?
yeah, for us, it's not just a blessing, and also it's a healing. Mm?
Okay.
Also, according to the connecting with the Pleiadians for us in the Andes is means the beginning of a connection with the how you call uh, calling to their Janantin and
Mm-hmm.
how you call the same. And we, our ancestors, and even until now, the people who are very connected with the Mother Earth, we can see, we can predict the future, or we can predict the year, how
Mm-hmm.
the weather gonna be, how the crops gonna be,
Mm-hmm.
how the season gonna be during this year.
Mm-hmm.
Mm? Yeah.
So, part of the ceremony up in Coyoliti is also divination, right? It's a great time to divinate and also to do your despachos, your prayer mandala, and asking for good things for the year. That's another reason why people go. I remember going to Coyoliti, and what I was surprised is when there was thousands and thousands of people, and the merchants were selling you your despacho, so they were selling you a house, or they were selling a little card or money to put on your offerings in your despachos, in your prayer mandalas. So that was pretty interesting to me. And the fact that the water is collected, and that water is used for blessing of the seeds, no, blessing the seeds of the that are going to be planted in August 1st, which is Pachamama Day, but it's also blessing also of the children, right? For bautizos, right?
Yes.
For
Mhm.
baptismal ceremonies.
And actually, to climb that place is every people when they go up how many? It's like 15,000 feet
Yeah,
of the altitude that area.
it's
All
really
the
high.
pilgrimage we become as a child. We become a child,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
even the adults become a child.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, it has become popular because of all the how you call
The
all
dancers,
those
the customs.
yes, all those customs that they bring because they know that if you do some offerings or rituals that you're gonna be more connected
Mm-hmm.
through that energy. But also, Coyoriti represents that every pilgrimage that they go there, they become a child and they play. They play with their dreams. And they ask for their dreams. They ask for their manifestation. For example, there is a place where we call Pujliana Pata. Pujliana Pata is a place. It's also there is a one big waka, and
Mm-hmm.
besides of the main chapel there is a we call capilla, no capillayo,
Yeah.
and there is a chapel there where the people they start playing with the stones, they start playing with the little rocks all around, building and projecting their life, what they want there. If
Mm-hmm.
you wanna marry, or if you wanna do some business, or if
Mm-hmm.
you wanna do something very personal, very personal. But then you have to. It's not just like a playing. It's you have to manifest your intention. That is why we say the person, the human being, and the adults they go back into their innocence. They go back to become as a child again. Because
Mm-hmm.
maybe most of you, if you just pay attention to the children, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, 6 years old, until 7 years old, or depend, when they are playing, what they do? They
Yeah.
dream. What they dream in the future? See, they want to be doctor, they want to
Yeah.
be
Yeah. Yeah.
engineer. They
Yeah.
are doing something. It's like a Legos. Yeah, it's playing
Yeah.
like with Legos, but with rocks, with the little stones. And
Yeah.
yes, and at the end, they call for the cuckoo, or they call for some person who is acting also like a priest, no?
The
Who is
messenger.
acting maybe I don't know, like a someone who's assistant there. So you can just call. It says, please, or priest, or whoever you want to call. It says, please, senor, no, mister, could you come? Please, I want to invite you in this ceremony because I am building my house. Could you bless my home? no? Or someone they can just come and say, please, sir, I'm going to this little chapel because I'm gonna pay all my debts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they just bless with the water. You know how important, how power, how, and I
Mm-hmm.
mean, how I mean to see the power of the intention, even with the water, is when it bless, and then
Mm-hmm.
you go, and it has become true because I have seen taking some friends or some people there.
Mm-hmm.
And into that place there. I just tell them, you know, do something, what you want in life. If you're gonna do something. I have some friends that they have even now until now they are keep writing books. One of them is doing I think 4 or his 5 books. It has become #1 in the bestseller.
Oh,
And then
beautiful, beautiful.
I just remember, but I don't remind the person. But I remember when we've been
You were
there.
there, and she was asking for that.
He was asking for that and for
Okay.
many things else.
Okay.
And then I just say, you know, and then I see that the process, and then I say, how important is the faith? You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's not
Mm-hmm.
just going there and see, oh, just like a curiosity. Okay, let's see what's going on and what happened. The pilgrimage means here in the Andes, even in that mountain, it's very sacred, is the faith, no? With how
Mm-hmm.
deep connected you are, how fully connected, fully mind, fully heart, fully intention you are going there. No? The importance is how the person
Mm-hmm.
is focused, is going with what with
Right.
the intention.
One of the interesting things is, first of all, the Ausangate is such a powerful mountain, a powerful glacier. And for Peru, for in the Andes, I mean, we have the Apus, which are the sacred mountains, right? And these mountains have power, and also the Cochas, the sacred lagoons. And what is interesting, someone like you, like Don Martin, who are priests and priestesses of the Inca, right? Pacos. Sometimes we call them shamans, but you guys really follow a different tradition. It's not really a shaman. A shaman is an imported word. You are a Paco. And for
Mhm.
and so my what I wanted to mention is that you work with a calcite, no, the calcite, which is the prana, the energy of the mountain, and there is power on how to know how to move the energy from the mountain into your prayer and magnetize that prayer besides your intention with the power of the second side where you are in bringing and moving that calcite into your prayer and calling the calling and the calcite. I think are really important.
Yes, yes, my brother. Here in the Andes, as we are, mm, I consider myself the mountain keeper or the earth keeper, and I am uh, one of the. I feel one of the guardians of the Mother Earth. I just follow the guidance of the Mother Nature. Here
Mm-hmm.
to take this title, I mean to hold this name of Paco for us means it means a lot for us.
Mm-hmm.
So we just respect, we are very careful, and
Mm-hmm.
because in the Andes you can be called in many ways, but and then if you just see from the other hand and from the other side, you have seen yourself, if you do like a little feedback, well, it's like an example in my family. We have been helping a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
and people that even in the hospitals that they couldn't be healed, but you know, and then helping them
Mm-hmm.
is make us, you know, it's like a deep proud, you know, of our ancestors and how they have
Mm-hmm.
taught us, how they have guided us, how they have encouraged us, you know, to be connected in the most sacred way with this causal energy, how to hold this causal energy even until now, and how to keep alive even this causal is an alive energy, how to deal with that, how to work with that. So that is
Mm-hmm.
why always I say be careful. And even this is my respect for my other brother and sisters who are shamans.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this name is a big responsibility. It's
Right.
not just using by using any name.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
how you work with, how you put in practice. And also related here in the Andes, my mountain is Abu Pachatusan. And the
Right.
Pachatusan for us represent the axis of the world. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
El ombligo del mundo, no? The
Yeah, the
belly
belly
button
button.
that's the main vortex, or is the heart of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And being connected with other nations, with other half of the world means a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And in each mountains we carry, I mean, we work with different missions in life, and all working together with this Apo Ausangate, even with the lakes, with the cochas. For us means my mountain is Pachatusa, means
Right.
the axis of the world, and the Apo Ausangate, all the mountain range representing the family mountain range. It's a reminder for us, no, how you live, with this energy of the cow side, how you put in practice. It's a reflection.
Mm-hmm.
So what we do is we follow the example of the Mother Earth, I mean of the nature.
Mm-hmm.
How you live in peace, with your beloved ones. How do you live in peace with your world? How, what else you can do in life?
Mm-hmm.
And of course with the coaches. The coaches for us um, is another
The
connection.
feminine, the lagoons, the feminine.
More the feminine and
Yeah.
also the masculine.
Right. Vilma, I think it will be good to let people know where do you come from, your lineages, your father, your mother lineages, and the different shamans in your lineage, and how you were born. I think is also important to, if you feel like sharing.
Oh, thank you. I mean, um, I become from a long lineage of Hampeg. We call
Mm-hmm.
Hampeg, if I translate from Quechua to English, is healers
Mm-hmm.
from my father's side and from my mother's side. And this fusion, this fusion, because my mother is from one nation here from Huasao, and my father is from Paruro, and this little town is Pacopata.
Mm-hmm.
And also there are healers or handpicked there. And when they get together, I born me and my two brothers, Wilson and Rodrigo. And for us, is taking this path and following this tradition and holding in our hands. It comes with a lot of responsibility. Even since I was in the womb of my mom, um, that was, I think I have received like a very big initiation, we call, because my mom was healed by the lightning twice. And then even when I was a child, when I was born, still it came to my home, and there was one of my elders, as my grandpa tells me this story, says that they needed to do a ritual, no, like a gathering of the elders to give an offering uh, to the energy of the lightning, because
Mm-hmm.
it's also here in the Andes is considered also one of the goddess of the cosmos, of the universe, in
Mm-hmm.
order that can allow me, whatever my mission is in this life is just being guided.
And
And
that will
then
be Iyapa.
Illapa.
Iyapa.
Mhm.
So you literally were hit by lightning 3 times.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
amazing. That's really amazing. And the other thing, I think your mother's uncle, right, or is Benito Corihuaman, right?
Yes, my mother's uncle is her blood family,
Mm-hmm.
Don Benito Corihuaman, and also he was the last one who took the courage and to keep holding and to keep teaching to others
Mm-hmm.
to to keep alive this tradition and to keep helping the
Yeah.
people and the
He
humanity
was a
as well.
very renowned shaman at, I think, in the 1900s, uh, 1900 to probably 1970, around there. When is it that he
80,
died, Domenito?
the 1980s.
1980s. That's when he died.
Yes, yes, in the
He
late
was
80s he passed.
he was very well known, and besides your mother being connected directly through this lineage, your father, Don Martin, was, I mean, his number one student, right? Don Benito and Don
Mhm.
Martin were pretty much together for many years, right? Your father learned from
Yes,
Don Benito, right?
yes. I remember when my grand uncle Don Benito even helping him, assisting him in his journey. Also, still, it's like a film. I close my
Yeah.
eyes, I can see him sitting, accompanying him in his transition, just being sitting,
Yeah.
and also my mom, in my mom family blood, both in her father's side and also in her mother's side. This medicine has alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and also one of my elders, also Melchor Deza. Most of them, they were handpicked and also they were doulas as well.
Okay. What is Dulas?
It's helping to the woman
Ah, okay.
to
So
bring
Adula, like my sweet Chinese, that is Adula,
yes,
Mamadula.
helping to
Ah,
bring
okay.
babies into this
Okay.
world. Yes.
Parteras. Right. Right.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. And I want to bring it now to the new earth, right? We've been dreaming and we've been doing ceremonies for many, many years. I started in 2003 when I was initiated by your father. And since then, I returned to Peru basically like 2 or 3 times a year from the United States to do ceremonies at different special sacred sites with your dad. So we work through the entire, I think, up to the Mayan calendar, because that was the big moment that we were all waiting for this paradigm to shift, right? And what would you recommend people right now, as we are definitely in this shift? And what would you recommend people that are, some people are having panic attacks, they are struggling, they don't know what's happening? Any recommendations that you might have to people right now?
Right now, just to tell my brother and sisters in the world who are um, watching this transmission, um, most of the time I would suggest them breathe, close your eyes,
Mm-hmm.
breathe deep,
Mm-hmm.
and breathe the breath of the Mother Earth, and breathe the freedom and the peace of the Mother Earth. And because the worst has passed, the worst is finishing. The worst was last year. And this year I can feel and I can tell that the energy is getting more lighter, more lighter.
Mm-hmm.
And all those panic is a process. It's a process that each of us we need to release. We need
Mm-hmm.
to let it go. And being connected with the Mother Earth and being yourself and listen more to your heart. Know what your mind is telling to you, and close your eyes and connect with the nature and connect with the elements of the Mother
Mm-hmm.
Earth. Whatever elements you are tuning, whatever elements you are very connected with,
Mm-hmm.
because that's for us in the Andes, connecting with the elements of the Mother Earth means a lot, brings life. brings intention. It's like
Mm-hmm.
the colors here in the Andes, maybe for you guys, can be uh, a little tricky to understand. But in the Andes, we have the rainbow flag. And the rainbow flag for us represents life connection.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter how far we are, you and I, we are, but through this connection, this is a bridging with the
The
ancient
rainbow is a
tribes, with
bridge.
the ancient
Mm-hmm.
cultures that brings you that we can connect it in the same time all
Mm-hmm.
together,
Mm-hmm.
and holding this energy of Kausai.
In the coca leaf readings that are done, ceremonies that you've done with your dad, or the coca leaf readings that you've done, how do you see the future? What is in the near future? When are we gonna start seeing like a relief of, oh, okay? I mean, life is not gonna go back to normal, but there's gonna be like a change that we're gonna know. Oh, we finally, this is over, and we are starting again with something new. When or what have you seen in your readings when you do the coca leaf reading?
Mm. Normally, when we ask to Mother Earth about this pandemic thing, what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
um, always it's not just in the readings; it's just to connect and to listen, the guidance or the message of the Mother Earth.
Mm-hmm.
When always they say, it's just we don't like to offend our people. It's just to connect because the pandemic will stop when the person they're gonna accept
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna be if they feel ready that it's going on, it's finishing. That's gonna be the time when it's finishing. Because if I'm gonna say no, 1 more year or 2 year or this time is changing, no,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna change, or it's gonna be everything going to the earth, going back to the earth again. When the person, when the people, when you, my brother and sister, gonna
Mm-hmm.
accept and gonna say it's finished.
So
Yeah, because
basically,
there is
we
no
are we are creators of this virus, and we are the creators to end it, literally. Right?
exactamente,
Yeah.
exactamente.
Yeah. Any other thing that you would like to say tonight, Vilma, that you think is important for the world, for people that are listening? Before we end, I know that people. I'll mention that I'm gonna put your credit, your phone number. Maybe they can connect with you via WhatsApp, right? Will that be good? Or how can they connect with you if they want to get a healing or a reading in some of the beautiful things that you do? If they want to need some calcite from Cusco, that powerful mountain energy to create, to put in their mandalas, in their despachos, in their prayers so they can manifest, where can they find you? How can they connect with you?
I mean, just close your eyes and I mean, thank you. I appreciate for that, Pierre
Yes.
Turay. Is here we are in this world to support each other, to help
Mm-hmm.
each other. So I will do my best. Whoever needs my help
Mm-hmm.
is with that. I don't want to be, too famous because then I want also give a space to the people.
Yeah.
Whenever they feel ready, whenever they feel connected, they
Mm-hmm.
can come to Peru or they can just connect with me. Or there is I mean, I am not very practical with this social media,
Uh-huh.
but I think we are friends in Facebook or I don't know. There is another social media else, and through that, and then with the time whenever you feel ready.
Mm-hmm.
So and yeah. So my best I mean, my message for my advice for my brother and sister is be yourself, listen to your heart, be more connected with the nature. If you have time now, the season is changing. Always give a time to yourself. Give a
Mm-hmm.
time, 1 or 2 hours. Go for a walk. Connect with yourself. Breathe and be off at least 1 hour or 2 hours from the technology,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and go for a walk. Listen to the nature. Have you
Mhm.
ever listened the whistlings of the birds? Have you ever listened the melody of the water? Have you ever listened the melody of the wind or the
Mhm.
flame of the fire?
Mhm.
Take a time to yourself. It's time for you, for ourselves. Sometimes the people they say always they are living in hurry, even now. Nowadays, they say, no, I need to work, I need to work, I need to go, I need to run because I need to do it. This is missing because tomorrow I'm gonna be late because tomorrow I don't have time. But what
Mhm.
happens if you get an accident?
Mhm. You have to stop the clock.
You have to stop.
Right.
But or if something really extremely bad happened to you, hmm?
You have to
and
stop
then
everything.
and then here in the Andes we say so that's why we say instead of being singing we call karan karan. It means saying instead if I have done it's not it's too late, it's gonna be impossible to go back, to go to the past and try to fix it.
Right.
Always now is the time. Also this pandemic also is teaching to us the people,
Mhm.
to stop, do something for you, no for your wife, no for your husband,
Mhm.
for you,
Mhm.
for you, because the people we need to breathe. We need to bring peace. That is
Mhm.
why all those, how you call, heart attack, all those, a lot of struggling with the life. It's because we don't give a time to ourselves
Right.
and enjoy your family.
Mhm.
Enjoy the present. Live in the present. Don't live in the past. Huh? Don't project too far for the future. Then we don't know. Tomorrow we don't know what's gonna happen because we are just guided huh, by the intentions and by the blessing of the Mother Earth. Even myself, being the guardian or being the how you call being this bridge from the
Mhm.
Mother Earth, I am not God, to say this is what is gonna happen to you. We are we are the architect of our destiny.
Yes, 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 you're right.
We are the architect of our destiny.
Mhm.
So we are just an advisors. I am just an advisor. I am just this mediator to connect, to
Mhm.
help you to assist. So that is why always I say in my family always. So what we do, my main goal is to help people to be able to help themselves. I don't like to help them and then become dependent of myself.
Mhm.
No, I
That's
want
right.
them depend of themselves because otherwise I'm gonna be, crazy. My phone says, Vilma is helping me. Vilma, I do do this. I do need to do this. No, because we are brother and sisters that we need to do,
Mhm.
no? Helping each
It's
other.
it's everybody's responsibility and their duty to work on themselves, to work on their shadow self, to do a spiritual practice, to meditate, to pray, to do their own offerings is responsibility of everybody. I think if we all do our little piece, the consciousness of the earth will shift and things will be amazingly, amazingly wonderful. I don't know if Vilma is still here. Yeah, Vilma is still here. We thought we lost you for a little second, but you're still here. And Vilma, I really want to thank you, and I want you also to express my love and give my love to your family, to Doña Maria, Don Martin, Wilson, and Rodrigo. Happy for Wilson that got married. I haven't heard from him. Is he in Peru or he moved to the States?
No, I don't know when he's there now. He has his law. I mean his love, and then now he's becoming more private with himself. No nos ha visto nada, quiero así.
Okay, tell him that we're very excited about his wedding and getting married. It's all beautiful, all beautiful. And a big hug to Don Martin and Doña Maria, and a big hug to you. Can you tell people how far away are you from the airport from Cusco? If they want to look at you, if somebody flies to Peru, how do they get to where you live?
I mean, if they take the highway, it's 45 minutes.
45 minutes from the airport, so they can take a
From the
taxi.
airport, from the highway.
They can
Sí.
take a taxi to Huasao. I'm sorry, Huasao.
WhatsApp,
I am Huasao. My email is Huasao. That's why I say that. Huasao.
yes, Husao. That's the
It's,
name of my town. But most of the time I am in the Secret Valley, and or most of the time I am in the mountain.
mm-hmm.
But before they come, always they have to. I mean, they have to message because
Right.
what happened? They arrive and we are not there.
Yeah.
So
And if they were to contact you with Facebook, in Facebook you appear as Wilma, right? Or Vilma?
yes, I appear with Wilma and PS.
Wilma
Or they can
P.
just
or
call
P.
some Koruru.
Sonkoruro. Okay.
Some Koruru at the same time because I love to work with the seeds of life. That's the
Okay.
meaning.
Perfect. So everyone, you can look for Vilma as Wilma PS, as P from Pinedo and S from Sanchez. Wilma PS, and you will find her with her two braids. I think that's you on your photo like that too, right? In your profile, sus trenzas. Vilmita
Yes, I
Linda, thank you for the connection, and I'm really happy to see you that you're doing good, and the girls, Mayita and Micaela, ¿no? Micaela, ¿cómo se llama?
Micaela.
Micaela, I mean, they are growing. I mean, wow, man, they're just growing as fast as, next thing we're going to have Mayita's the next shaman here in the family, right? She's what,
Yes, both
seven?
of them. Yes, it's both of them. This is the tradition.
That's a tradition. Eh,
Yeah, that's the tradition because I learned from my grandparents, and
Yeah,
then now my children they are so they go. I have two children, so they go connected with my parents.
yeah.
One is connected with my mom, and the other one is more connected with my father.
So who's
So
connected with
both,
that?
yes, and
Maya con papá?
that is at the beginning was Maya. Now it's Micaela. More is Micaela, and Maya is more with my mom,
With your mother,
and
okay.
then with my mother, and then now is I don't push them. That's the way how I learn.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
they
yeah.
never say, "Come, you have to learn this."
Yeah.
Always they. I
Mm-hmm.
remember this family way when my elders always invite me. I say, "Vilma, come, join us. Could you
Mm-hmm.
help me with this?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with
Wonderful.
assistance.
Wonderful.
Just
Much love, Vilma, and
much love
blessings.
to life. Muchas gracias. Thank you so much for being part of your guests here in the radio or whoever is watching. My
Yeah.
blessings to you, my brother and sisters in the world, in this big community, global world. Blessings to you. Love your family. You love your beloved one. Respect yourself, and then in order that you can be respect with others, and remember, Mother Earth um, is everything for us in the end. It's the same. It has to be for you. There is never is late. Never
Mm-hmm.
is late.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you want to start something, be feel welcome. Feel welcome. Thank you for being this beautiful preaching, my Turay here.
Tupananchis Kama.
To Pananchis Kama, we never say goodbye. Till we meet again in this
Till we
path
meet
or in
again.
another.
That's right. Vilmita Linda, gracias. God bless you. And saludos. Thank you for joining us at New Earth Radio. It was really nice to see you. Take good care.
Take good care of you. Blessings to Rachel.
Bye
Gracias.
bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.